Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. Thank you for always tuning in to listen to us. Now to the news of today, the headline. The Rise and Fall of Wike by David Oguzerim. Now to the news info. Saturday, October 5, 2024. History marked the significant political decline and destabilization of Nyesom Wike, the former governor of Rivers State and the current FCT minister, once hailed as a formidable political figure. Wike's trajectory from a fierce political warrior to a symbol of uprise presents critical lessons in governance and leadership. This analysis delves into the implication of Wike's high-handedness and political arrogance, examining the consequences of the political crisis leading up to the 2027 general elections in Rivers State, a rise to power. Wike's ascent to the governorship of Rivers State was not without its share of conflicts and sacrifices. Despite the bloodshed that characterized his rise in 2015, Wike managed to secure a prominent position within the People's Democratic Party (PDP), gaining national recognition and even be considered for a high-ranking position in the federal government of APC. However, Wike's political arrogance became increasingly apparent as he struggled to manage his successes. That is it, when they get to power, is when you know their real character. If you want to know a person's real character, let them get rich first. Let them be in power first. You can't say somebody is humble now when he's a poor person. Wait for him to become rich and then you'll see his real color. That is when you know if he's actually humble or he's actually arrogant. His ego, inflated by his achievements, led to a breakdown in relationships, particularly with his chosen successor, Siminalayi Fubara. What initially appeared to be a stable mentorship turned sour as Wike's attempts to exert control over Fubara began to backfire. Instead of fostering a supportive environment, Wike's aggressive tactics alienated those around him, leading to significant political fallout. Wike's inclination towards high-handedness manifested in his desire to impeach Fubara, a move that exemplified his inability to navigate the intricacies of political godfatherism. Such a drastic course of action not only betrayed the trust of his successor, but also highlighted a fundamental flaw in Wike's leadership approach. The attempt to unseat Fubara revealed a lack of foresight. An experienced political leader would recognize the importance of tactically nurturing relationships rather than undermining them. The consequences of political crisis. The political crisis precipitated by Wike's arrogance has far-reaching consequences for the political landscape of Rivers State. As Fubara solidified his position, aided by the very structures Wike had once controlled, the former governor's political influence began to wane. This dynamic illustrates a broader lesson in governance. Alienation and coercion rarely yield sustainable outcome. Instead, collaborative leadership fosters resilience and longevity in political relationships. Fubara's consolidation of power within the local government area council has further marginalized Wike's influence by aligning with grassroots leaders and winning today's local government election. Fubara has effectively positioned himself as a new political force in Rivers State. This shift not only undermines Wike's previous strategies, but also sets a precedent for future governance, wherein the governor's party is often the prevailing political entity. As the 2027 general election approaches, the repercussions of Wike's political miscalculations become increasingly pronounced. Fubara's ascendance could alter the electoral dynamics, particularly given his control over local government chairmen and councillors. This newfound strength poses a significant challenge for Wike, who once leveraged similar grassroots support to consolidate his power. Historically, local government leaders plays a vital role in shaping electoral outcomes in Rivers State. With Fubara now positioned to command this crucial support, Wike's inability to regain influence within these circles could prove detrimental. That is his wahala. The political landscape is shifting, and without a strategy to reconnect with grassroots constituents, Wike may find himself politically isolated come 2027. To regain relevance, Wike may need to reconsider his approach to politics. Strengthening alliances with emerging leaders, including Fubara, could provide a pathway back to influence. If his ego will allow him, that is what he should do. He should go back and re-strategize. Strengthen his alliances, that is what he should actually do. In this context, aligning with the current governor rather than opposing him may present a viable option. Political survival often hinges on adaptability, and recognizing the changing dynamics in Rivers State is essential for Wike. As the PDP fragments under the leadership of Chukwuemeka Aaron, the political landscape in Rivers State is evolving. Wike must navigate these changes carefully, as the emergence of factionalism could further dilute its influence. In a state where the governor's party traditionally dominates, Wike's strategy must be recalibrated to reflect the realities of the current political climate. At the national level, Wike's relationship with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will also be crucial. The ability to negotiate with Tinubu and leverage political capital could determine Wike's relevance beyond 2027. The intricate balance of local and national politics will play a critical role in shaping the trajectory of Rivers State governance. The rise and potential fall of Nyesom Wike serve as a cautionary tale in political leadership. His high-handedness and arrogance ultimately led to fractures in his political alliances, leaving a once dominant figure vulnerable in the face of evolving political dynamics. As Rivers State prepares for the 2027 election, the lessons learned from Wike's experience underscore the importance of humility, adaptability, and collaborative governance. David Oguzerem is the chairman of Rivers Defense Alliance, RIVDAO. It is the truth. If he was humble enough, if he tried to adapt to the situation and bring down his ego, things wouldn't have gotten this bad for him, because he refused to calm down. That is why his mentor, his mentee, has now turned his back against him. And what he should do now is to go back and re-strategize and think, okay, what should I do so that by 2027 I will not become totally irrelevant? Because he's getting to that point. He needs to bring down his ego. He needs to bring down himself and say, okay, let me just go back to my ministerial job now so that I wouldn't lose out on both parts. Just leave the governorship for Timi Nalayi to do his thing. That is just it. Ayalogo said Wike have made foolish of himself, bribing judges against unrighteous judgments. Now it has backfired. Yes, it has backfired on him. I really hope that he has learned his lesson and he will bring down himself to learn from his mistakes. My listeners, what do you think? Kindly leave your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.